Well, hi guys. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a long minute, but I apologize for that. But it's because I've been spreading myself a little too thin these days. Being this nice gal. Can't be a nice guy, but being a nice gal. And been doing some really fun projects. At least they started out fun. Not so fun today. No. You ever have one of those days? You just think, oh yeah, I got this. I can do this. And you get started and all of a sudden it's like, what have I gotten myself into now? Now see, I love power tools. I've got my own. I've got a cordless drill. I have a saber saw. I have a scroll saw that I have to put the table together to put it on because it's kind of hard to lean down low to use a scroll saw. That's for making some interesting jewelry and stuff. And, I've got my own hammer. I've even got a little tool box that's really not functional right now, so I'm looking at for a new one. So I can do that. I can handle that. And then I got this child of mine who's getting ready to get married, and I'm thinking, I need to video the wedding, or at least the vows, right? So I have several mishmash video camcorders and whatnot. Some of them are little palm quarters, and one's a little bit bigger model. And I've used them before, at least over 30 years ago I used one. And it was the dinosaur, the one that weighed about 10 pounds. I got sore shoulders from carrying that thing. And I think, I can do this. Yeah, I can take this, palm quarter, mini camcorder, and pop in the disc or tape or whatever in it, and just, I'll be all set for the wedding. I'm glad the wedding's in October, because I can't do that. I tried it today. I found out something real interesting. Okay, the old palm quarters, camcorders, and it's a big fad. People are getting back into the old way of filming stuff, which I think is really cool. They say if you hold on to something long enough, it comes back in style. I guess it goes for camcorders too. Well, I charge the battery up, and I know how to open those things. You push the button, it says eject, opens up, you pop in a new little mini cassette, right? Not on this one. I never had a high 8 camcorder. That's what this one is. It's a Sony TRB 66 high 8. Big difference. Because you know what? The VHS-C tape that I had gotten to try it out, it don't fit. Nope. It's too fat. So I'm guessing the, what's it called? H high 8. Because that is a little bit slimmer. So now I gotta go online and look for those. Isn't that fun? Don't you just love it? You pay for this thing and you realize it's not the right thing. You've already opened it, so you really can't return it 99% of the time, especially with electronics. And then you're stuck with it. You have to find someone else who could use that, might want to give you a couple of bucks for it. So you still lose money. I hate it when I do that. See, that's what I can do. I can lose money really easily that way. And these other projects, you want to be helpful and put stuff together. If someone says, oh, my chair's broken, can you fix it? I go, sure. To a point. I can tear it apart. I can cover it. I can temporarily get it stapled on there with one of those hand staple guns. Those things, I'm left-handed, so it's not made for lefties. They need to make left-handed tools, guys. That's a market. You'd be amazed how many left-handed people are in Georgia. There's a ton of us. I'm telling you. Well, I know what a compressor is. Do you know how I know? I have a kid. Well, now he's 39. He's not a kid anymore. And he used to do airbrushing. He had a little compressor. Nice little thing. I should have bought one of those. Didn't think about it. All I could think of is I have 2 big chairs to cover, and I need something that's going to last that I can use for lots of other things. Oh, I was in my toy store. That's what I call the tool places, hardware stores. And I saw this set for air tools. I go, I could use those because there was an air gauge in there. There was some, all kinds of couplings and I know that word. All kinds of stuff in there. I thought, oh yeah, I need a toolbox, right? Well, I got a pneumatic staple gun first. I gotta tell you, I did not realize. I didn't look at the box, guys. Yeah, I had a really dumb moment. I'll show you the box if I can put my hands on it. Yeah, here it is. I love the features. I love that it's compact. I like that it's kind of girly sized. But staple guns are staple guns. The part I would have missed is this little piece right here in the end. It's pneumatic. And I read a little bit further after I paid for it and opened it. That means it needs a compressor to work. Not this. Well, this and the compressor, actually. And I thought, dummy, 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 dummy. You ever do that? You ever buy something you think you know what you're buying and you really don't? I knew it was a staple gun. That's all I knew. And I knew that if it was electric, that's what I thought pneumatic was. I thought it was electric. No, it's not electric. Pneumatic's not electric. Yeah, dummy, dumb old lady. That's what I felt like. I felt like a dumb old lady. Because I didn't ask anybody. I thought, I can do this. So, I got this really great deal on a compressor. In the picture, in the advertisement. Isn't it funny how the advertisers do this stuff to you? They make stuff look smaller than it is, or they make it look bigger. Well, this one is a 6-gallon. Now, I am smart about some things when it comes to motorized stuff. I knew I didn't want an oil-operated compressor. It had to be self-contained, so it wouldn't have any maintenance. Found one. Good price, too. Actually, they allowed me to finance it in like 3 or 4 payments. It was under $100, y'all. Can't beat that. 6-gallon compressor. Again, I think it gets up to 200 and some PSIs, which is fine for what I'm using it for, right? I knew that much. But when I went to the store to pick it up, then I'm thinking, okay, 6 pounds. I'm thinking like 6 pounds of chicken. This big, right? It's about 6 pounds, right? No, not in a compressor. That baby's this big. It's bigger than a dang basketball. It's like 3 basketballs. Almost. About 2.5. Or 2. And I looked at that box and I looked at the sales kind of go, it's that big? I had a bunch of stuff in the backseat of my car and I'm thinking, where am I going to put this thing? I said, just put it on the front seat. The passenger front seat. Because I didn't have anybody with me. So I get it home. And I'll look at it and I know how those things, connect to a hose. And I had bought the hose ahead of time. I did remember that part. Because I knew a compressor has to have a hose. Because when my son had his compressor with his airbrush, he had a hose hooked up to the little airbrush thing. And then I went to use it. Without doing what? Same thing my son always used to do. He'd take something, open it up, start working with it before he read the instructions. And his mother did the same thing today. Yeah, I can do that too. I can do exactly the same stupid stuff my oldest son used to do. I think he still does, by the way. He won't admit it, but I'm sure he does. He might be 39, but I still think he does. I mean, something just die hard. So, I thought I could operate a compressor without the instructions. Wrong. Guess what I just dug out? Instructions. Gonna read them. Probably 3 times, because some of this terminology is gobbledygook. Yeah, and I'm the one going back to school right now. Learning medical terms, right? Anyway, I get to read that. And then since I've got to connect that to the pneumatic staple gun, I got its instructions out there. So maybe between the 2 instructions, I'll figure this out before tomorrow. What do you think? I got 2 chairs I got to finish covering. And when I couldn't get that darn little hose to attach in there, now I know you pull the thing back and you stick it in and you put, yeah, it wouldn't lock in there. So I'm making notes for myself. When you get to be my age, you gotta make notes. Gotta take notes for everything. Shucks, I gotta write notes for grocery lists and different things, like how to plan my day. I can't just get up and do like I used to. Can you get up and just out the gate go? Oh yeah, you probably can, because you're probably younger. But anyway, so one of the first things that goes, besides your common sense about reading instructions, like you think you know everything. I never thought I would act like that. You know, like, because I'm my age, I'm not telling you what it is, that I don't need the instructions because I've already seen the stuff. Yeah, but I've never physically handled a lot of things. Power drills and stuff like that. In my sleep, give me a miter saw, saber saw, circular saw, and I'm good to go. Let alone hammer and nails. I better not even think about a pneumatic hammer. Or pneumatic nail. I'm sorry, that's what it's called. And I had a shirt that I didn't like because of the picture that was on it. So I decided I was going to take the iron on, the little applique thing, kind of like this letter stuff. I said, I'm going to take this stuff off. Yeah, that didn't work out so well yet. I kind of figured out how to do it, but I didn't have any instructions for that either. Hey, obviously instructions are there for a reason, and we need to just stop pretending like they don't need to be around. Is one thing, that child of mine that never used them, he would get a toy, and he collected these very expensive kind of comic character toy things. And there's always the little parts that you have to put together or whatever. And they had instructions, and he broke more of those toys. The one that really hurt was when he broke his Batmobile. Yeah, he broke the Batmobile. And his mother had to get him another one because he was so upset. And I told him, I said, you going to read the instructions this time? Are you? Yes, Mom! That's the great satisfaction of being a parent. Is when your kid doesn't follow instructions and you're the one that gets to point it out. And then they have to admit that you were right. Isn't that great? Oh my gosh. So yeah, I got 2 chairs. And I thought I could do this. I said, I can do this. I found out I can't do this without instructions. So I have 1, 2 lovely instructions to try to mesh together to figure out the tools that I bought. I spent a lot of money on. But I can always pass them on to my son, can't I? I better make sure the instructions are with him, though, because he'll break them. I can just see him with a 6-pound compressor without instructions. And I got it. I thought, yeah, right, Maybe I should leave my tools to somebody else in my will. What do you think? Those are the things you got to think about. That is something. Yeah. Well, this is my tool dilemma day, and I just had to share. Hey, any of you guys ever have had a day like this where you thought, I can do that? That's not hard. Yeah, I've seen those work all the time. I want to know. I want to hear your story about the tool you thought you could handle, and it got the better of you. See, I never let a sewing machine get the better of me. No, let alone a circular saw, my scroll saw. I love my scroll saw. And I have a little mini sander for the jewelry I made. And let's see, I got lots of tools. And then I have my little pink. It has like the hand tools, the different kinds of screwdrivers and flatheads and this and that. I even have a tool set to take out strip screws, y'all. And I'm a girl. Yeah, I have another son, the one that's getting married, and he kept telling me when he was growing up, he goes, Mom, why do you like tools? Why? I said, because you can fix things and build things with them. He said, but Mom, that's a boy thing. Yeah, maybe not. But then again, I think of it more of as an independent thing when you're a female and you like tools and you know how to use them. And it's fun. It's fun to be using tools in your own garage. And don't say nothing. And your husband walks in and he looks at you with a circular saw going at it, at a piece of wood, and he goes, do you know what you're doing? And I go, hey honey, I took wood shop in high school. I know all about this thing. That was the best. So, have fun with your tools. I want to hear about your horror stories or your mishaps. Or, no mishaps. I don't want to hear about any cut off fingers. But, give me your worst tool day or your best tool day. The one thing that made me really mad back when I was learning about woodworking, because that's what got me started on the power tools, that there was so much sexist stuff going on in the 70s that they wouldn't allow girls to take auto shop. So you couldn't fix your own car. You had to depend on a guy to do it. Sorry, guys. Independent. Sorry. And you couldn't use one of the tools in the wood shop, even though you got to wear a face shield to protect yourself. And that was the lathe. I still have yet to use one. I'm going to have to look for a mini one just so I can use it and thumb my nose and say, see, I know how to use a lathe. Because I know I can do that. You hold the chisel. Yeah, but you do have to be careful. So, please leave me some comments. I want to hear some tool stories. I'd love to hear the guys tell me about their tools that they use for their cars, and those amazes me, the pneumatic jacks they use in the shops and stuff. But just share me some mechanic stuff. I have a little bit of mechanic in me. I'm used to building shelves, putting up things. I installed some really cool LED lights downstairs. I put up a door in a doorway down in the basement so that I could have a storage room. I'm a pretty handy girl. Not many of us around, but I guess us old gals like to do that stuff, don't we? Not all of them. That's me. Alright, guys, I hope you've enjoyed my semi-calm kind of reflection on I can do that, and then find out I can't do that, not without instructions. See you guys on the flip side.